Welcome in, guys. Let's get immediately to it. This video is going to be a little bit different. It's not just discussing like market prices, the cardboard, addiction as we always do. Yeah, we're going to check a couple products, but it's more of an analytical point of view of where we stand in the Yu-Gi-Oh space. And I'm doing this video not when everyone is like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh is dying, this and that and the third. As you can see, when there's like big decisions made in the Yu-Gi-Oh space or in the Yu-Gi-verse, like I like to call it, that's when you get a rush of content creators like, oh my gosh, Yu-Gi-Oh's dying. Oh man, no one's playing this. Everyone's going to Lorcana or One Piece or the Magic again or this and that and the third and all that noise. No, I want to be analytical. When I'm saying like Yu-Gi-Oh is dead or Yu-Gi-Oh is dying again or here's the proof, it's not just all clickbait. Oh my God, Yu-Gi-Oh is fine and dandy. Yu-Gi-Oh has been, is in the best place that it's been in a while and things of that nature. Yes, most people associate Yu-Gi-Oh dying with playing. Just playing the game. Oh, this X event is, has a low count. Y event. Oh my God, this change, a new rule change, a time change is going to kill the game, or this and that and the third, just the playability aspect of it. Today, I want to focus on, before we get to it, but mainly it will be about content creators. And again, it's not, oh my gosh, Jay's talking about X content creator and Y, and he's comparing himself to them, or, he's saying that they suck or that, this or that. It's not about that. Is analytical, data-based, numerical evidence. And again, I'm going to start with myself and my channel before I ever talk about someone else's channel. And again, it's just feedback based on the current numbers of things that I'm looking at. I'm an analytical person. When we talk about the card price, it's not just the price, but we like to see the charts. We like to analyze, supply and demand and things of that nature, right? So again, we're going to try and apply the same thing, not with charts and numbers per se, directly, but just analyzing view counts, subscriber counts, things of that nature, compared to past numbers per se. And we're going to do it in an easy manner, just down to earth, very simple. All right. So before we get into that, we're going to talk about what most people have been saying, or complain about when it comes to the game. Again, we're going to get into the playability aspect in just a bit, but let's start with products. All right. Before we get into the actual channels and things of that nature, let's start with products. A lot of people complain like, oh man, we're getting commons now. And, I bought Perulias and I bought Fualoses and, that's good that there's commons, but then my older copies are worthless and I spent a lot of money and now I'm losing value and these cards are crashing and this and that and the third. I actually think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing to make it accessible for Yu-Gi-Oh players to have cheaper alternatives to get access to a card instead of just having to forcefully, essentially, buy an expensive version of the card. Now we have choices. If you want to play, for example, with Perulia, Prismatic Secret, or the OG Secrets, or you want to play, the CRs, or you want to play, that's good. You have a choice. And if you're on a budget, then you're going to be able to get commons at single digits. Things that's great. But then there's a lot of people, that say they reprint cards too much. My cards don't hold value anymore. There's too many different rarities, like the rarity collections. And look, quarter centuries came out and now we're getting starlights of the same quarter century. So I don't know what to invest into. And, I feel like if I invest into something, it just gets reprint and on and on and on and on, right? Okay, you can't win at everything. You can't reprint things to make things cheap for some people and then not have the older version of the card not lose value. It is what it is, right? So, that's been always my humble opinion when it comes to reprints. Just wanted to put that note out there. Let me know what you guys think. Then we have sets, actually core sets. A lot of people have been saying that it's not just like reprint cycles hurting the game per se, not obviously making things accessible as we just discussed, but more rather, things that we own losing value. When people feel that their cards lose value, they get upset. They put their hard-earned money into their cards. And the same happens with core sets right here. Look at that. Doom of Dimensions, guys. Doom of Dimensions is the latest core set. And this set is $38. $38. Sealed. It's at all-time lows right now. So a lot of people are worried. Not because of the same thing. People love cheap boxes. Like if you want to buy it, you come in here. Wow, I can get a core set for $38. That's good for people on a budget. People that look at from the lens of the money that they're spending. It's a great deal. It's great, right? But then the question is why? Why is this cheap? You feel me? It means that inside there's not a lot of value. In the sense of compared to the past when you had Dragonic Diagram and Maximum Crisis. You had, let me look it up here. You had Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. You know, Maximum Crisis. Right here, we have Maximum Crisis. We can see, but way back in the day, though, way back in the day, we had Ash Blossoms and we had Diagrams. We had Masterpiece. Did we have Zodiac cards in here? I mean, we had a bunch. Duelist Alliance used to be money. I mean, way back in the day, a lot of these cards were valued. So they were chase cards. Oh my God, I want to get a $100 Dragonic Diagram. I want to get a $75 Ash. You know, you had a chase card. When you come to the new set, sure, you have a Marshmallow Yummy, but it's not like staple-ish like an Ash. You feel me? Noroids. Okay, people, K9 players, they need it, but yeah, and it's an ultra rare, sure. You have Thunderbolt here, $20. Not too shabby, you know, but you have Spiral here at almost single digits. Radiant card at 12, 14. So there's value, right? But not value enough to make people rush in and be like, yo, I need to get this box right now. So if a vendor sees this in the sense of stores, they're going to be like, bro, like we're already getting it distributor prices, but we can't be selling these boxes at $40. It's not feasible. And you see stores dropping, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh products. Like here in Orlando, there's a store, they just don't do Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments or they don't buy Yu-Gi-Oh products. And it sucks. If I ever go there, like, yeah, we don't do Yu-Gi-Oh. We don't sell. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's just not feasible for a lot of these people, right? And then if it's a one-of, you're like, okay, it's just Doom of Dimensions, Jay. Not really. You have Alliance Inside at $34 with some boxes at under 30s. You have Duelist Advance at $35. You have Juhu, which changed the meta with Yummy, K9, and Draco Tail, which are still meta today, barely holding on to $50. You feel me? So when you start analyzing these things, like a lot of these latest boxes, they haven't been retaining value. And if you see a little bump up in price, sure, maybe Genesis format came out, which is actually a positive thing, in my humble opinion. But let me know what you guys think. A lot of people were worried, not just with the reprint cycle, but also the core sets losing that core value, intrinsic value, by not having too many chase cards. Yeah, maybe non-specific chase cards in the sense of specific decks. That's what I meant to say at 50, sure. But there's no staple where like, yo, me, oh my God, I'm not looking at this. I'm like, yo, yeah, I need X, Y, and Z card. Look, first page, best selling. I see this. I don't need anything from here. You feel me? Like back when Maximum Crisis came out, everyone needed cards from the set. You understand? Sure, Yummy players need Marshmallow. You know, maybe Draco Tail players need this one card. You know, maybe people like, yeah, okay, I'll need one of these. Let me pick it up and I'm done. You know, let me pick up the Radiant Deck Core and I'm done. Like people can pick and choose, but no one has that feeling like, yo, I need a box of Doom of Dimensions. Like literally, you see this box right here? Like, I don't feel like why would I buy it? There's nothing in here that causes me to be like, yeah, I need this box. Nah, people are gonna come for singles. Look, even me, a true Draco player. Like I wasn't like, yo, I need to get the box to get Draco Awakening. No, like not really. So I mean, that's my thought process. Let me know what you guys think. You know, about all of this. Your opinion is very, very important. And again, I just want to get the discussion going. I want to start it with product. I want to start it, you know, with reprints, just talking about more closely to what we do here. But then we have YCS Pittsburgh, you know, 1,847 players. It's not too shabby. Honestly, for me, I believe, you know, these big events should be anywhere from 2,500 to 3 DAO. I mean, in Japan, you get 4,000 or 5,000 like nothing. America, you know, is a big place, large population. And, you know, a lot of people travel to these big, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh players to these big events. But, you know, it's not too shabby, especially Pittsburgh. You know, I think if it would have been YCS Philadelphia, probably cracks the 2K easy. You know, YCS Orlando had 2,300 this February. It was amazing. So we can't say Yu-Gi-Oh is dead in the sense where, you know, people are still showing up. And I'm going to these events. I see people there. A lot of people traveling, playing, you know, I see it. So it's not dead in that sense, right? But a lot of people are saying, you know, that regionals, less players are going to regionals. I saw that in Orlando. There was like 200 and something people. I'm like, yo, before it was 350, 400, 500 people, you know, a couple years back maybe. Now you're starting to see regional numbers dwindle. Locals, I mean, sometimes it's booming, sometimes it's not. It's very, you know, regional dependent, like where you're at and things of that nature. But I think overall, I just wanted to show this, like playability wise, I think the game is not in a bad place. Honestly, I don't think it's in a bad place. I think I'm liking these prices. These used to say that $1,700, $800, you know, $1,000. So I think it's in a great place playability wise. So again, this video, I just want to put evidence out there. You know that, you know, we start with the reprints, we start with the sealed product, then we move on to the playability. Some of these aspects are doing better than others. I think reprints wise is great, you know, to make things more accessible, but at the same time, stores, you know, just seeing the valuations of these core sets makes them not want to buy the product. So it's a give and take. We're just analyzing here. Let me know what you guys think. But playability wise, I think the game is in a great state. You know, the meta decks, a lot of people say it's super fun. You know, we went from everyone like, oh my god, Mitsu booty yummy, everyone's playing that, and you know, this format is solved, and now Branded Draco Tail was the most represented deck in the top 32. I love seeing changes like that. I think that's great. You know, that's great. I think Yu-Gi-Oh playability wise is in a great place. I'm not gonna dive down into that. You already have a million videos of that online with other content creators. But you know, again, we're what, 10-11 minutes in. I want to show, you know, again, and talk about my own channel. So again, we go the last 7 days, we can see views maybe down 13%, you know, impressions down 10%, click-through rate about almost 7% with an average view time of 9 minutes. Not bad at all. You extend it to, you know, about 28 days, about a month, same deal. Views are down, you know, about 13,000 less views in a month. That's considerable. 7% down impressions, you know, 6.9 impressions click-through rate, CTR, and average stay about the same. So the same core community is here. Average wise, you know, the algo may be pushing it out a little bit less, but regardless, less views, right? Then we move on to the last 3 months as well. So again, the last 3 months, views down 15%, you know, impressions down 11%. So all in all, and again, 3 months ago, or in the last 3 months, you know, more average view time, which, you know, it's good. But all in all, the last 7 days, which is recent, last week, the last month, the last 3 months, it gives us an idea. And again, I understand. And these YouTubing and things of that nature, there's ups and downs, there's highs and lows. You know, there's times where the channel can be booming. You know, there's a time where it could be more on a downtrend, you know, in views and algo and things. You can't control those things, right? So this is not complaining like, oh my God, my little channel here. You know, when you compare it to the bigger channels, it is what it is, and we understand. And most people that we will be talking about today and content creators, they've been doing this for years and years and years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years. And so, you know, they've seen it all. They've seen the ebbs and flow. They've seen the highs and lows, you know, and they're still here. And, you know, I commend them for that. But that doesn't change the fact that, you know, we can analyze the trends, again, starting with my very own channel before I talk about anyone else's channel. I'm talking about mine. And again, just wanted to provide these brief stats here. You know, maybe you guys had questions and things of that nature. Again, going from 1 week to 3 months, it gives you an idea that in all 3 time frames, just like we analyze charts, you know, you see these things always used to be green. Always for the first 2 years, 2 years and a half. And now, again, you see a downturn for the last couple months. And it's fine. Maybe people, oh, it's just 3 months, but the next 3 months could be great. That's true. We're just starting to analyze things here, again, with our analytical hats here. Insane deal. I got to 10K. A lot of people, congrats. Channel grew fast. You know, we've been doing this for like 2 years and 8 months, 9 months. I'm a baby in the sense of the bigger channels, the people that have been doing for 5, 10 years, 15, you know, again, we commend them. They've been here around the block forever, and these people are amazing. Each and every single channel that we will be talking about today, they're amazing at what they do. So again, my personal channel, you know, it's been growing. You know, we cracked 10K. I mean, for me, that was always my goal. So in a way, I'm not going to say I'm satisfied, but felt good, you know, to reach a goal in my life, go from 0 to 10K. For me, I'm like super grateful. I mean, if you're still here 14 minutes in, you guys are amazing. And this video is now, oh my God, we're going to break the algo. It's going to get 5K views. No. It's not. It probably won't get much views. Most people just want to get to the cards and things of that nature, and that's fine. I'm going to probably do a market watch right after this video anyways, so that's okay. This is for those people that are curious, you know, that they want to analyze, you know, what's going on in a different type of space, you know, well, in Yu-Gi-Oh, but the content creation space and what's going on, which to me is alarming. It's alarming. You know, it's not like I don't know, custom making videos like these, but I was curious. I'm like, damn, is it just me noticing this, or do other people see it, or is it a thing? Maybe it's not. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. But I just discussing, you know, my thought process and what I think about is going on, you know, what's going on right now. But again, I cracked 10K. I'm super grateful. super grateful. And it feels great, you know, just to have a community of over 10,000 people. And, you know, we always accustomed to get around 2K views per video, you know, over here. So 2.5K, we can say that's the average. Sometimes we go a little bit low, you know, especially if there's like a big event like Pittsburgh through the week. And sometimes we can go, you know, towards the upside. It's 2.9, 3.4K, you know, the algo helps your boy out. And, you know, we break 3K and you see that some videos do better than others. And there's ebbs and flows to things, right? But the big picture is, as we can see, most of these views are down for the last couple months, as we saw in the sense of the stats. And there was a good time, you know, or moment where I was pumping out 3K, 4K videos, even 5Ks in some instances. You know, channel was hot, it was growing faster, and you can notice this thing, right? So again, this is just my channel. My channel, sub count wise, is super slow right now. View count wise is way lower right now than in the past. That's just what I see with my channel. And again, there's other stats and stuff, you know, that I also analyze. So when I saw this, I'm like, is it just me? Is it just me? Or how are the other content creators doing? You know, and I started to analyze first people in the market watch scene. That's my expertise, right? That, you know, shout out to Saki, you know, shout out to House of Champs, shout out, you know, to V, shout out to, you know, you know, the other channels that we're going to discuss. I was like, let me just analyze their channels, right? So I went, and for example, we'll start with House of Champs. Again, shout out to HOC, man. Unfortunate that we haven't been able to collab. Who knows if it ever happens or not? It is what it is. That doesn't take away of what, you know, the channel has represented in my life. And, you know, growing up in the market watch scene for myself, just learning from great content creators like John, you know, from HOC, great content as always. So when you spend, and I'm talking about me, years watching a channel like this, I still remember. I remember a channel like this, essentially, you know, a couple years back, was always averaging 5 figures worth of views. Always averaging 5 figures worth of views. And when I say 5 figures, it was always 10K and above. Always. I remember, bro. Like, I used to see, you know, HOC's videos every single day. And I've always said it, you know, and I'm always appreciative of the content creator, and the information back then really helped me out, man. Call it how it is. You know, I call it how it is. Those are the facts. You know, I used to watch, you know, HOC all the time, man, all the time. Now I don't, because I do my own research, you know, and I stay informed with what I do. But it was years and years and years, right? And when you come, and again, we're just being analytical here. I know you're going to get the people, oh my God, you know, criticizing X dude's channel and Y dude's. No, it's not to be sensitive here. We're literally just analyzing view counts, numbers that me, you, anyone can see. We're just asking the genuine question of if there's something more going on to it, or is it just a market watch scene? Is it more content creators, or if, you know, so a video like this with 4.2K views just a day ago, talking about the latest and greatest YCS, this would hit like 15K views back then. And back then, I'm saying a couple of years ago, not being literal like, oh, 2022 or 2020. No, just back then. You know, it could have been 3 years ago, 5 or 7 years ago. Again, back then, a couple years ago, these videos would have exploded. Like, I never saw videos below 5K. I mean, this man's content is great. Telling you from someone that grew up in this scene, you know, since I came back in 2015 to Yu-Gi-Oh! Grew up watching these market watches every single day. And that's why it begs the question, like, the content-wise, it hasn't changed. You know, it hasn't changed. He continues to pump out great market watch content and advice, just like when I used to watch him every single day. So the quality hasn't changed, but the view counts have been destroyed. You come over here, you know, and he himself, you know, tried turning off YouTube auto placement ads. So, you know, and maybe that's impacting the view counts, you know, and, you know, people saying, not had any of your videos pushed in my feed for a while, which is weird because I usually watch them the whole way through. Some people tell me Jay, you know, I haven't seen your videos anymore. They used to always pop up, but now they don't show, and things of that nature. So again, when you start to see, like, it's crazy. Like 4.3K, 4.3.7 in the threes, here in the 4 and the 5s. Like, it's crazy. For a 60K plus channel, it is insane. So again, begs the question, if the content is the same, high quality, why are these views this down? I started asking the question for my channel first, and I started asking the question for other channels to see if it's just me or if it's other people as well. But again, HOC is still in the market watch scene. So again, we move on to Paisano. Paisano, you know, maybe moved on to bigger and better things, you know, throws a video every couple of weeks here and there, you know, that's all good and well. Paisano's great, been more competitive lately, probably, you know, this dude is awesome. And the videos, when he does them, it's the same old guy in the sense of quality, like the same, it's just great, man. Like, if you see V, this dude is the GOAT, man. Like, one of the GOATs, in my humble opinion. That's me. Same as HOC. I grew up in the market watching them, and the content is still the same. High quality. Maybe not as frequent, but that's fine. To each their own, right? And like these views, yeah, maybe, oh, if you don't upload consistently, people leave, people this, people that. Sure, there could be a multitude of reasons or things of that nature, but if you watch this market watch here, 24, 25 minutes, it's just as good as if you would see V's market watch 5 years ago. Like, the quality wise is still up there. Talking about great picks, giving his opinion, stuff like that. Sure, people can like certain content creators, not like them, things of that nature. We're not here for that. We're just being analytical of the numbers, and this shouldn't be happening. You know, 18K subs, even if you don't upload a lot, when you do, you should still have your community there wanting to know what you're having to talk about. So to me, there should be more views here as well. There should be. This market watch should be 3-4K views, man. 5. Quality wise. But is it the algo? What is it? Is it the market watch scene? Like, what's going on? Right? That's why I'm asking these questions, because these great content creators, is it just me? Is it him? Is it them? Is it, you feel me? We move on to Team Sakurasu. Shout out to my guy. This guy should have not just have 6K, should have had 10K subs by now. We collab all the time. Thanks to him, he's been a pioneer of my own growth. You know, when I first started, had 300-400 subs. He brought me on his live stream. And back then, Saki would not go under 2K views per market watch. He just would not. And Saki has not changed his formula. He hasn't changed his content. Actually, it's gotten better. He does even longer market watches now, going through more cards for the community. And what does he get for his extra effort? Like, barely cracking 1K in some of these. Like, this is asinine. Like, there's no way, like, that it should be this drastic. Like, these market watch should be getting 2K. At the very least 1.5K views, but it should average between 1.5 and 2. On a good day, 2.5 to 3. That's what Saki was doing when I started like 2.5 years ago. Booming, growing, sub count, everything. Now, you know, he does even Genesis stuff, mix things up, you know, news, you know, if an OTS gets released, things of that nature. Content is great. Great, as it's always been. This man does not deserve 700 views in the market. Like, there has to be something, man. We just gave you mine, HOC, V's, Saki, and again, all of these are market watchers. All right, mainly. You feel me? I want to start with me first, which I did, and then spread into the rest of the market watchers. And sure, maybe if I miss a channel, let me know. We're not here to discuss like every single content creator out there. There's too many, right? But this is, I'm asking, look, we're 24 minutes in. I'm asking the genuine question. Is it just me, or is there more to it? That's it. It's just a discussion video. It's going to come, it's going to go. People are going to move on to the next market watch. It's fine. Starting a discussion here. Let me know what you guys think. We move on to MSTTV. Shout out to these guys. They do it. Now we're talking about over 100K subs. They do a multitude of different content. All right, amazing channel, 6-figure channel, amazing, where they cover just everything going on between market watches and just, you know, all these things, as you can see right here. So again, this channel's doing great. They have their community. They have over 100K subs. Like, it's a big channel, right? And again, when you go to the market watches, they're still pretty stable. So I don't just want to show channels not doing as well, but when it comes to the market watch video, 9K, 10K right here, you know, 9.5, 7.7, 7, you know, 8.4, 8 right here. So basically an average between 7 to 10, you know, but even before then, these used to be 12, 15K, like more people, you know, watching these market watches. It's like, where have those people gone? You know, have they moved on to different TCG? Are they just tired of the game? Maybe they're taking a break again. But when you see these, you know, 4.7K, 2.5K views, 3.1K views, it's like, how on a 100? How in the sense, we get it. Not every video has to be 10, 15, 20, 30. There could be a couple, you know, flops, what we can call my channel on any of these channels. It can happen. But you see this recap right here? Like, this is amazing. Like, there's a lot of people that don't go to these events. So in just 10 minutes, like, you can know what went on. To me, things like that deserve more attention, more views. But of course, you can't control those things, right? But I'm just asking, is there more to it? You know, or maybe I'm just, you know, there's nothing here. Shout out to MSTTV. It'd be an honor to collab with them one day. Hopefully it happens, but you know, they're doing better than most. So we're just being analytical. We can't just show one side of things, you know, like, oh man, all these channels are dying. No. It's not that. Some are doing better than most, but still, it just begs the question, like, is there something else going on, or am I just pulling things out of my... So we have MCO40, 121,000 subscribers. Again, it'd be an honor to collab one day with the man himself. But as you can see here, yeah, you upload a lot of videos in one day. They're not all gonna like explode and things of that nature. But I remember a time when most of these would get like this, 4.3K, 3K, 4, 5, you know, and of course you're gonna have a couple of these that sometimes they could explode, you know. Let's see here. There was one that I saw here. You know, you have 2.9, you have 2.3, you have 2.4. Okay, and you keep scrolling down. There was one, I don't know, it was bandlist related or something that really exploded, and you get 10K, you know, or 15, and the whole community needs to tune in. Look, 7.5K. That's a pretty nice video. And you know, and just all this information and things of that nature. Like, all I'm trying to say, because we can all go on for days and days and days, these used to have way more views back then. This was just 2 weeks ago. Like, all these videos used to have more views. Mind you, this is a 121,000 subscriber channel. And again, yes, I get it. When you upload various videos a day, algo-wise, it might be a bit different because you're dividing your view count throughout the day. But even so, all of these used to have more views. 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? So a channel like this, again, deserves way more. Like, this man pumps out multiple videos in one day. Like, this is insane in the sense, in a good way. Like, these people deserve all the credit they get. They put in the hard work throughout years and years and years and years. It's just a display of discipline, character, and passion. So my respect for MCO40. The man deserves more views, you know, especially for the amount of subs. So why not? Is there more to it? Is the game actually, you know, are people leaving the game? That's why we're 30 minutes in almost. And this video, sure, I mean, it's going longer than I thought. I thought it would be way shorter. And I'll try and speed it up a tad bit, but still. This is for those, it's not for everyone. You know, it's for those people that want to sit through a discussion and just the state of the game from a content creation point. All of these guys we've been talking about, they deserve more views. You know, like, why not? Are people leaving? People quitting? Are they going to other TCGs? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. So again, all of these that I've been talking about have been market watchers. Now we move on to just overall different channels. you know, not just in the market watch scene. Shout out to Rogue Hero, my guy. We've been collabing, you know, multiple times. This is my guy, bro. Like, shout out to Rogue Hero, my guy. Man, love the content, the channel, you know, just everything that has to do with him. You know, the man is great. And I can't blame him for trying to branch out, you know, to one of his other passions, which is Blade. Like, can't blame him. This is awesome. Sharing with his son, like, that is amazing, man. So, you know, like, I'm just glad he's almost at 1,000 subs. He's hopefully gonna monetize that channel as well, getting his views, things of that nature. Like look at that. In a 700 sub channel, he's getting, in back-to-back videos, 1.5 and 1.k views. That's a lot. And, you know, I'm super happy for him. And look at these, back-to-back-to-back, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6k views in Blade. And in Yu-Gi-Oh! 11 days ago, like 800. 1k. Yo, the last video that was more than 1.4k was a month ago on this man's channel. That's criminal, man. Like, these videos are great, man. Like, every time I tune in, they're like super entertaining, they're informational, you know. And over here, like, out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos, 5 of them went over 1k, and like 4 of them were above, or 5 of them, I'm sorry, were above like any video that he's released in the last month. Like, that's messed up, bro. Like, there has to be something going on. Like, the quality of these videos, they're great in the sense of what's being discussed, the discussions, and what's going on. Just the opinion of someone that's been around for 15, 20 plus, however many years it is. Like, to me, that shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case. Let me know what you guys think. Is everything fine with Yu-Gi-Oh! In the sense of content creation? Or is there more to it? You know, because it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. I can't blame people like branching off to something else, you know, and doing something else. And I'm just happy to see, you know, success. Because the man deserves that and anything good that comes his way. But it's just a genuine question, like, why? Why? And yeah, of course, you still, a month ago, 4.2k and then 4.7k. So you still get the occasional videos, you know, where the community tunes in. But we're talking about on average. You feel me? Like, it shouldn't be this way. Let me know what you guys think. And we have very nice Yu-Gi-Oh! Shout out to my guy Malcolm, man. That's my boy. It's my guy. Collab multiple times. Saw him in Anaheim. That's my dude, man. Yo, no homo. That's my guy, man. Yo, Malcolm. This guy deserves everything, bro. By now, this guy should have at least 5k subs at the very least. And maybe even like me, just 10k. The dude, the quality of these videos, bro. The thumbnails looking clean. The passion that he displays. The editing that goes. Yo, look at this big ass binder, bro. That's my guy, bro. The vlogs and the quality, bro. Shh. You feel me? And last time he was on my channel, literally towards the latter part of the video, which was unexpected to me, he expressed the desire of quitting. Which I understand. Because it's not coming from a place like, oh, I just give up. You know, I'm weak. You know, mentally weak. I'm just quitting. No, it's none of that. It's like, bro, I got better things to do in my life. You know, better things to do in his life. Like you know, having his barbershop and you know, celebs like D Howard and you know, things of that nature, as you can see in his own videos, like just doing other things, other ventures, graphic designer, whatever it is. I know he's probably appreciative of his own community that he's already built with his hard work, and that makes me happy that he has access to his own community. That's very important. But when he mentioned the quitting part, I get it. There's no way that this man shouldn't be cracking at least 1,000 per, because of the quality, you know, that he puts into his videos. Like, just, I don't understand. Plus the growth wise, dude should be way up there, man. Just the content. And again, it's just my opinion. You know, we can't control these things. Just because Jay's saying that it should be this way or this should happen, we get it. It's organic. You know, you can't control these things, but it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. We moved to Triff, man. Shout out to the champ, the GOAT himself. Was kind enough to collab on my channel. About to hit 100K, which he should have been having already. You know, should have been having already. Again, channel like this, all these videos should be like 5 figures worth of views. They're that entertaining. The editing is amazing. Every time I watch these videos, like I'm just laughing. I'm laughing. You feel me? And you're gonna get the occasional, yeah, like 12 and 13K, or we win an event, 63K, 20K, they go viral. But this, man, like, it should be more. Should be more, should be 15, 20, 25. Quality that goes into these, how entertaining they are. Obviously, you know, his personality and everything. And other than that, just the content, you know, like playability wise, how to become better as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, you know, what the deck profiles, playing at locals, you know, entertaining duels, deck profiles, collabs, like, not just be at 100K, way more, but the view count should be higher as well. Again, my humble opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Shout out to Triff, man. Fortunate wasn't able to go to Pittsburgh. Would have been nice just to catch up and stuff, but hopefully at Richmond we're all there. Yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. I think videos like this, you know, 10K and up. 10K and up, man. Like some of these other channels that we're gonna show. This is how I'll go. Let me know what you guys think, man. Yassine, shout out to Yassine, man. Saw him, said hi, you know, caught up there a bit at Pittsburgh. You know, because I hadn't seen him in person since years. It's crazy. He was super cool as always, man, and also collab with me in, you know, in the channel that one time. This man, same deal. 2.7K views. Like, this man has over 100K. And of course, we can't just talk about the low end. You're gonna get the occasional, you know. I saw 11K, and there was another one, you know, 11, 17K around the E-band list and time sensitive videos, but 4 or 5K views on these videos? No, I refuse. No, like it should be way more. The man, even 5+ years in, or however long, is still pumping out daily content, bro. My respect. Manages to go to events, manages to compete at a high level and get all these YCS tops, and still pumps out content every single day. Every day, man. Like, my respect for this guy. Just hungry. Even at over 100K subs. The man deserves everything good that he gets and more views as well. So the question is, why not? That's why we're here. That's why I'm making this video. I had no clue I was going to record for 38 minutes. I mean, and we're still not done. No clue. That was not the purpose of this video. That's crazy, which is unfortunate because most people won't even get to this point. And most people won't watch this. My hope was to do it shorter, so I apologize for that. But I'm going to still get my point across. Like, why is this going on? Why? Why is this going on? I'm just asking that question. I want your guys' feedback. Am I making something out of nothing? Am I making something, you know, too much of nothing? Am I asking the right questions? Is there a solution for this? Am I looking at this and there's really nothing going on? Everything seems pretty normal? Because all these content creators that I've talked about, they deserve more. And we're talking about not just small content creators, but even the big channels. It's just crazy. We have the Cali effect. Over 200,000 subscribers. Would be awesome to collab one day as well. You know? And you got 5.9K views, 7.7K. No, we should get more of these, 15, 11. But there was a time where every video was 20K, 25, 30K. And you still get those for a 200K sub count. 5K views, single digits here. Like, this Look at this video. It's amazing. Like the new best Yu-Gi-Oh decks in Genesis, a brand new format. Again, the quality, the personality, everything, like just amazing. And again, you do see consistent 5 figures worth here. You know, a couple scratched the two, you know, the 20K. That's good. That's good. And we're talking about a 200+ K channel, right? But these numbers are still low counts compared to the past. You know, a year, 2 years, 3 years ago. You feel me? Like back-to-backs, you know, a month ago, back-to-back 7, 8K. Like, no. Channel like this should be averaging 20, 25, 30. We've seen it happen in the past. This man, his channel, and everyone we've been talking about today deserve more. So why isn't it happening? Same deal. Again, when I go to my channel, you know, what we're doing here, changing the game and feel like I deserve more. Don't we all though, right? So every content creator wants more subs, more views, more of everything. But I'm talking about really like the work that we put in, the grind, like, bro, 1.5K, 1.7K. I need to talk about myself as well. Like, that's horrible. Barely getting to 2K. You know, like this man, look at that. 1.2. Nah, that was the E-balance, but still, you know, less than 2K here. Like this man deserves more. You know, look at that. 1.8K 3 weeks ago. And of course, you have a couple high enders here, you know, 3K every once in a blue moon, but it's rough, man. It's rough out here. It is. And we keep going. You have Ruxin, Soup Pack opening channel. Dude is super entertaining, man. Personality, the editing, opening packs, like that never gets old, man. Like crack opening packs is collabing with these people and stuff, like 300,000 subs. Like just an amazing channel. But for 300,000 subs to get 9.4K, barely cracking 10 on a couple videos, like no. Like, yeah, like 25K, okay. 20K, but you know, 30, 40K. That's but 12, 9, and I get it. Not every video is supposed to be a boom, you know, but we're talking about averages here. You know, like these averages should be higher. Again, because yeah, the views look like a lot, but we're talking about the sub count is way higher as well. So let me know what you guys think. Shout out to Simo, man. Everything that he went on, you know, health wise, just to my knowledge. You know, I don't know too much about it, too much in depth, but just the health situation, you know, and just overcoming that, things of that nature. Amazing. 368,000 subs. Amazing. A pillar of the Yu-Gi-Oh community. But just being analytical here, you know, most of the better videos as of late have been with Magic players. It's like with Magic players. Just look at it, you know, or Hearthstone or a different, like, it's not like even like Yu-Gi-Oh, you feel me? Like, you know, look, the secret to the Yu-Gi-Oh format, like that's awesome. This video should have way more views, but then the one before was with a Magic player and it has 100,000 views, which there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying he's doing anything wrong. That's great. You know, bringing a Magic player on and talking about Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic and, you know, and comparing the two. I think that's a great idea. But I'm just talking about the view counts of Yu-Gi-Oh related content. Like, look, 100 Magic player rates Yu-Gi-Oh card. Ideal wise is great, but you feel me? Like Pro Magic player says this, they do that. Like, that's great. But what I'm getting to, the Yu-Gi-Oh content in itself, which is what he's known for, should have more views as well. But they're lower than in the past. And hopefully the man gets more views and just good things to come his way, you know, with that health situation. That's very inspirational, you know. But yeah, man. And then we have myself again. Guys, if you made it this far onto the video, make sure you subscribe, like the video, man. We're 44 minutes in, man. That's insane. Should we go an hour already? I mean, we're already in the zone, I guess, right? You know, and I didn't ask it at the beginning of the video because it's not really about that. This is more like a break, a little halftime show. you know, towards the end. So let's drink to that, guys, and let's keep at it. So we have the other side of the coin. We have channels that actually have been growing super fast and that, numerically speaking, are doing very, very well. So, you know, shout out to Joshua Schmidt. You know what I mean? Shout out to Joshua Schmidt right here. Just booming, man. For a channel that's about to hit 100K, getting 77,000 views, 59,000 views, 85,000 views all in a week. That is a lot. That is a lot, man. So congrats to him. You know, 40, 50, 60 down. You know, the bad videos, 30 down. Like, this is what I'm expecting for most of the other bigger channels that we talked about. You know, and of course, it's not saying, like, they also deserve similar numbers as well. Always you're going to have people that are growing, people that are doing great. Just let me know what you guys think. Again, happy to see growth. People like this, you know, they deserve what they're getting because they put in the hard work. And it's nice to follow around, you know, pro players and their thought process, how they think things. So just very valuable. I'm glad that people like this, you know, decided to create, you know, YouTube channels because they didn't have them back then. So that's nice. If you go to this, look, it was just 3 years ago. You know, so that's good. That's good that, you know, they're doing that. But let me know what you guys think. We have Jesse Cotton. Shout out to the man himself. You know, shout out to the man himself. Another one, almost at 100K, almost, you know, growing super fast. And you see all of these videos, they average around 20K, sometimes a little bit over, sometimes a little bit under. And obviously you get the couple ones, you know, 60, 50, 40K. That's insane. That's wild in a good way. That's awesome. Sure, you're going to get the couple, you know, here and there, you know, that maybe 12K or whatever, right? But it's just very healthily growing. And that's good. That's good. We just can't show one side of the coin. So you do have people, pro players, mainly these two guys, pro players, you know, that continue to grow within the space. And that's awesome. That's awesome. So why aren't the other channels performing like this? Has Yu-Gi-Oh become that? Just watch the pros and, you know, what they have to say. Who knows? We have MBT. Shout out to MBT. You know, I had to see the masterpiece video right there because, you know, I love True Dracos. It was fun, you know. The play testing, things of that nature. Doing well, 233K. Every video's around 40, 50, 60K. You know, like that is awesome, man. That is a large amount of views. That's insane. That's a pretty funny thumbnail. So, yeah, that's great. And the man talks about masterpiece. He's my friend already. You know, yeah, the low count, 25K here and there. You know, but this is booming. A channel that is growing. Big channel that is growing, you know. So again, you always have the couple of exceptions. So I'm happy for these guys, but want to analyze the fact that they get this, you know, many views. Is it the person, the personality, or is it what they talk about, or is what, you know, because these people that we mentioned back here, they're also great at what they do. Each and every single one of them are amazing at what they do, and they deserve more, in my humble opinion. And then we have the masterpiece video right there. But Team APS, excuse me, shout out to them. 600,000 subs. Crazy, bro. Crazy. But again, 13,000, 16K here and there, 17K. These guys are pillars of the community. You know, honestly, these guys deserve 1 million subs, man. Every video around 100K. That's how impactful these guys have been throughout Yu-Gi-Oh history. And of course, you still have a couple of these videos that they do very, very well, guys. You know, almost 200,000 views. That's a lot. That's a lot. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. You know, and then obviously we have you know, Team Samurai, you know, at 933,000 subs. That's awesome. You know, and averaging around 50, 70K. As you can see, 100K here and there. You know, but let me know what you guys think. You know, so I'm glad to see, you know, towards the latter part of this, there's people that are, you know, continue to get great view counts, great sub counts, you know, continue to grow. You can see the growth in these channels. And, you know, Sam deserves over 1 million a long time ago, man. You know, a pillar of this community. just pumping out content. Super entertaining, great personality. So again, even if we're talking about the people that are more, get more consistent view count, sub count growth, or the ones that get less, it's not really comparing one to the other per se. It's more like just being analytical of the channels. And, for most of these, they deserve more. They deserve more. Most of these, in the sense, like the ones that, are lower than the other things, they deserve more, man. Because, we want Yu-Gi-Oh to boom. The gist of this here, is that we want Yu-Gi-Oh to boom, man. To boom, to grow, to expand. So the fact that, we have scrubby channels like my own, struggling out here at times, is there more of a meaning to it? Am I wrong? Am I right? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. It's not a video meant to, disrespect. It's not talking about someone else's channel and their performance. No, we're just being analytical with public information. Wishing everyone the best. But just seeing the views. I started with myself and I'm going to end with myself. How you guys think I'm doing? Am I doing great? Am I doing not so great? Are the views okay? Just let me know your opinion, guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend an hour here. 50 minutes is 50 minutes too long. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, just made this video. It's a bit different than usual. Let me know what you guys think. Feedback. Kind of like a long ass discussion video, but let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think is the state of Yu-Gi-Oh? Not just, again, playability, not just with products as we started, things of that nature, but content creation wise. Any of the other channels I didn't mention, are they growing? Is Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you guys feel that the content creation space is growing? Is it getting harder to grow? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think. This video's only purpose is to be analytical. Shout out to each and every single content creator that I mentioned today. They're an inspiration to me and to everyone. There's just the great content that they do. And some of them are, pillars of the community. Others, we're trying to, crack into, that space and things of that nature. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. What do you think? Is Yu-Gi-Oh in a good place? Our channel's, dying. The algorithm is not considering, the smaller channels. I want to hear your feedback in the comment section, down below. Let's get this discussion going. Share this with, on your X or your social, media, or with your friends. Like, let's just get the discussion going. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully it leads to great things. Hopefully, people think of maybe solutions or, what's really going on. But regardless, we're all going to be here. Each and every single one of these people, they in their own way, they continue to pump out content, continue to be, pillars of the community in their own way, because we all want the same thing. We all want, we all have the same passion. And we just decided to share with the world. So all of these people are great and amazing, man. So just, yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Yo, that's crazy. 50+ minute videos. I'm gonna get out of here. Yo, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I appreciate if you stayed this long. Leave a comment in the comment section down below and let me know what you guys think. Guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, for your attention. Stay fresh.